welcome to a new episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. Today we are out in Bender's Landing, located in Spring, Texas, which is approximately 45 minutes north of Houston. And folks, Bender's Landing is an incredible community full of large custom homes. And today we are featuring a beautiful, newly built home. So without any further ado, let's get this tour started. Inside Houston Real Estate. So before we take you inside this absolutely magnificent home, let's talk briefly about the exterior, starting with this amazing semicircular driveway. Morgan, if you kind of pan around, I love these type of driveways because if you don't ever have to back out, you can just zip around, you can park in front. This is great. But look at the landscaping here, Morgan, in the front. You have a really nice setback from the street, and all of the homes in this neighborhood have a similar type setback. This is just beautifully done. Now, the exterior of the home, white brick with stone accents, dark stone. You have black painted gutters. You have black underneath with down lighting on the house. And folks, when we take you inside, you're gonna see a 6-car garage. That's right, it looks like a 3, but each side is 2 cars deep. So 6 cars. This is the first time in this channel we have featured a home with a 6-car garage. Now, I love the exterior of this house because of the contrast with the white and black. It looks really good. Nice kind of minimalist landscaping, but it goes perfectly with the motif for this house. Now, Morgan, follow me up the pathway here. Also want to point out you have black window frames. You have uplighting on the house. You have walkway lighting here as well. And I like the fact that you have the open fences in this neighborhood on each side, so everything feels nice and open. All right, now before we take you inside, we're going to talk a little bit about this exterior covered front porch. Take a look at this beautiful stone on each side. You have the wood beams going up, so architecturally, design-wise, this is really nicely done. Morgan, if you pan up, you can see this beautiful light fixture here hanging down. And rarely do we see light fixtures like this on a front porch. You may have some down lighting, but not a fixture, so great choice. And Morgan, if you swing around this way, you can see the length of this covered porch area so easily. You could put a couple of chairs out here if you wanted to. And also at the top, you have some nice wood paneling on the ceiling area there and here in front of the door. All right, so let's go inside. Now, I love these pivot doors. Look at the size, folks, of this pivot door. I have to guess this is a 10-foot, maybe a little bit taller pivot door. Steel and glass. I mean, this is just gorgeous. All right, follow us inside. And the first thing you notice when you come in are these soaring ceilings. I would have to assume that these are somewhere in the ballpark of 22, 23 feet, somewhere in there. Wonderful entryway, it's nice and wide. You have a beautiful light fixture hanging down here in the entry. Flat walls, a lot of contrast here with the white paint. And just off of the entry, you have your study/office, which has glass doors leading inside. And this is just beautifully done. Once again, you can really see how the black window frames pop alongside the white paint. The nice built-in here with tons of cabinetry and shelving. I really like the ceiling fan, but this is plenty enough for an office.
Absolutely, and that's a patent black ceiling fan. I've never seen a shiny
You know
ceiling
what?
fan.
I haven't either. That's a good catch. I'm looking at it. Your eyes are a lot better than mine. But yeah, it looks like black lacquer.
Yes, that's a better word.
So very cool touch. Now, also, folks, throughout this home, you have wood floors. It's all hard surface flooring. I don't recall seeing any carpet when I previewed the home. You have this beautiful floating staircase with a steel and glass railing going all the way up. We're going to get to this a little bit later in the tour. And then here under the stairs, you have a little seating area, if you will. This is the way they decorated it, but it's a nice space. Maybe you can put something here, Christmas tree, cabinetry, whatever you want to do. But I really love the presentation. Now, the other thing about this house, obviously, you're going to see a lot of windows here. So looking straight ahead, you literally have almost a wall of glass with all of the tall windows. So starting with the front door, looking all the way through the back, the openness of this plan is absolutely magnificent. All right, Morgan, follow me this way. And I almost don't even know where to start. So over here in the corner, you have they set up a little bar cart here on wheels. But look at the size of this great room. And the biggest feature of this great room has got to be the fireplace with this amazing, I believe this is a porcelain tile going literally from floor to ceiling. This is probably one of the tallest fireplace walls we've seen on the channel. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so on either side of the fireplace, they bookended it with some nice console tables, art, table lamps. Folks, leave us a message in the comments. What is your initial thoughts of this home as we just stepped into the great room, basically? Large sectional here, which seats about 8 people, so plenty spacious. Now, if you look up here, Morgan, looking up, you can see when we get to the second floor, you have your bridge landing up there with the glass and steel railing, preserving the openness of the floor plan. So if you're up there, you can look down, and we'll see that later. But before we go any further with the tour, I want to give a huge thank you to Brianna Holshearer of Stepstone Realty for allowing this tour to take place. Also, let me give you the specs. This home is 5 bedrooms, 5 full baths, 2 half baths, 6,018 square feet, and it is built on 1.03 acres, so just a little bit over an acre. This whole area is woodsy, so it's just a different feel than the homes we shoot in the city, which is going to be a lot more urban. It is currently listed for $2,150,000. And if you'd like more information on this home, definitely reach out to us. Our contact information will be in the description below. So before we show you this kitchen, I'd be fully remiss if I didn't point out the light fixtures hanging down. And folks, all of the light in this house is really terrific. All right, so let's work our way into the kitchen. And folks, this kitchen has a couple of really nice surprises. One I have not seen done anywhere, so the design of this home is quite spectacular. But first thing you notice, obviously, is this large waterfall island. You have seating for 4. The more if you look underneath, you can see kind of that, almost like a fluted wood paneling that goes across. The color of that alongside this black island, the contrast really makes everything pop. Beautiful pendant lighting here. And I keep talking about the lighting, folks, but the designer chose and made some great selections here. Now, before we get further into the kitchen, let's talk about surprise number 1. Now, this cabinet here appears to be maybe an upper cabinet, a lower cabinet, and a top cabinet, but it's actually 2 doors here that open up, and this area can easily be utilized if you have a Swiffer, a mop, dustpan, broom, or whatever. This is a great area to put that. So it's nice and tucked away, and we have to talk about the fact that they took the cabinets all the way up to the ceiling. So many homes we go into, even at this price point, have cabinets that stop here, and then you just have a bunch of wall space. Developers, please continue utilizing the entire wall for cabinets, especially in a home like this when you're in the $2 million price range. Beautiful Z-line appliances. I love the hardware from the pulls on the cabinets to what you see on all the appliances. This is a Z-line, a refrigerator, as well as all the other appliances. So you have 2 refrigerated sections here, the freezer drawers on the bottom. Morgan, as we work our way around the island, I need to point this out. So folks, this right here is not just a pop-up with outlets on each side, but the top piece here is a charging pad for your cell phone. Now we've seen pop-ups before, but we've never seen them with the charging pad on the top. You have one on this side of the island and one on the other. Morgan, the pendant lighting, really, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just beautifully done. And that matches so nicely with the hardware that's used throughout the rest of the kitchen. You have a deep basin sink, beautiful, beautiful vented hood, 6-burner, and actually, let me remove this. Folks, this is actually an 8-burner range, and it is the first time we've seen an 8-burner range on the channel. You have this nice griddle piece that you can just pop on top. And you can get all those nice lines on your chicken, your steaks, what have you. Also, you have a pot filler, beautiful vented hood, and you have under cabinet lighting, full backsplash going all the way up around the vent hood. This is beautifully done. Now, before we exit the kitchen, let's go over surprise number 2. Once again, similar to the closet where you put your broom, your Swiffer, folks, take a look at this. This is a hidden pantry. The light is automatic, so when I step in, it's going to light up. There we go. Now I'm no longer in the dark. But folks, look at this pantry. It's absolutely beautiful. You have a wine refrigerator here. You have floating shelves. Beautiful countertop. Plenty of cabinet and storage space. Morgan, this is one of the nicest pantries that we've seen on the channel. Now, we've seen some that are larger, but this, I'd say, probably ranks up there in the top 3. What do you think?
Absolutely, easily.
Yeah, and the fact that it's hidden away with this, what looks like a cabinet. Could you imagine if you were a kid and we had this house, we'd play hide and go seek?
Oh my gosh, it'd be so fun.
Right.
Yes.
Now, also, you have this nice sink here. So this is really a pretty extensive butler's pantry. The only thing that you'd say is missing is maybe if you had a refrigerator in here or something like that, but when you see the garage, you'll see you could put a couple of refrigerators and deep freezers in there as well. All right, so follow me out here, Morgan, and we'll continue with the rest of the kitchen. So you do have your nice dishwasher here, and at the end of the island, you have a trash pullout, and you have your microwave built in right here. I would love to cook in this kitchen.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move along into the breakfast nook area. And a couple of things I want to point out. These are really nicely done windowsills. I like the thickness of them and the design style, but also the black window frames, once again, against the white painted walls, everything pops. Take a look at the light fixture here over the table, very unique design. Seating here for 6. You might even be able to go a little bit longer and stretch this table out if you needed more and go seating for 8. But this is just a nice space just off of the kitchen. Now, while we're here, the outside and the backyard of this home is fabulous. I mean, once again, we're sitting on 1.03 acres, so you have a really large backyard. But take a look at this right here, Morgan. This is a sliding door. It looks like a pivot door, but once again, steel and glass kind of matching the pivot door at the front of the house. All right, so stepping outside into rear covered patio porch number 1. You have a built-in grill. You have a sink. You have a really cool vent hood right here over the grill. You have a wine refrigerator / beverage refrigerator here. The countertops that match what you saw in the kitchen. Take a look at the white brick. And this, folks, is actually the door that leads into a large 6-car garage. Under this covered section, you have your stone fireplace wall here. So this is section or porch area number 1. And I absolutely love the wood paneling that's on the ceiling. It's a little bit darker.
Yeah, it's almost like an espresso color. I think it's really pretty.
Perfect, right? Espresso color. Morgan's always coming up with the words for the channel. All right, so as we work our way along the backside house, you can see here the large windows looking into the breakfast nook area. And then Morgan, this area here is also a back porch, or however, it's not covered, but you can see the whole inside of the great room here. And that sliding door opens up, allowing that inside-outside living to take place. This is just an exceptional house. I don't know if it's my favorite that we've seen, but I think it's in the top 3.
It's definitely up there for me too.
Yeah. And folks, look at the size of the backyard. So we were mentioning this earlier about we're going to homes in the city that literally are $3 million, and they're sitting on maybe an 8,000 square foot lot, not even a quarter of an acre. And those homes are very expensive. And you come out here and you have all these beautiful trees. You can hear the birds chirping. If you want to put a pool in, like a lot of the neighbors did, the house next door has a really nice pool. You can do a sport court out here, a pickleball court. I mean, this is a great home for entertaining. If you have kids or dogs, pets, they would absolutely love this backyard. All right, so let's go back inside. We're going to work our way now to the secondary bedroom down, which is probably the nicest secondary bedroom we've seen on this channel. So you have a nice hallway here. To my right, Morgan, there's a coat closet. I'll move out of the way so you can pop your head in there. Also want to point the fact that you have 8-foot high door frames here and really nice woodwork and trim work going around the doors. Stepping in here, this is your oversized laundry room, and this has a surprise for you as well. And remember, folks, earlier in the tour when we were in the kitchen, I told you surprise number 1. This is literally the back side of this closet where you can put your brooms. And you can see you can actually flow through here back into the kitchen area. All right, so let me close this. And there we go. Like a jigsaw puzzle. So this is dual-sided, which is really nicely done. And then beautiful herringbone pattern tile here. We're also going with the theme of the black and the white for the contrast. Here's where you can put your washer and dryer. You can see they also have tons of cabinet space here. But folks, if you have a dog, you're gonna love this. So your mudroom is here, but opposite the mudroom, you have your pet or your dog bath, whatever you want to call it. This is so cool, Morgan. You gotta even shoot down in here. You have a little pebble stone here on the mud set. I love this.
This is better than taking your dog to the vet.
I know.
I mean, the dog wash, this is much nicer.
Oh
I think this needs to be a standard. Well, maybe not a standard because not everybody's a dog lover, but
right.
I am, you are. I think this needs to be included in the house.
Talk about having a pampered pet.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But I feel like the humans are pampered for this because having to take your dog to the wash, it's such an inconvenience. And yeah. Needs to be a standard.
We had a mobile groomer come by a couple of months ago. Melanie normally pays for that. And so they showed up. I was home that day. $240. And I'm like, what did you do to Pesto? That's our dog's name. I'm like, for $240.
That's crazy.
Insane.
That's really insane.
All right. So, folks, we mentioned earlier 6-car garage, so let's show it to you. This is absolutely huge. So, single car door here, 2-car wide door there. This whole area goes 2 cars deep. You can also see that you have tankless water heaters, 2 of them at the sides of this home. A lot of nice windows over here, but also at the ceiling board, a ton of LED lights on the ceiling. So this garage stays well lit. All right, so plenty of room. And as I mentioned when we were out of the rear covered porch, you can see that this door leads out into the backyard and the area here on the patio with the fireplace. All right, let's head back inside. And as we're going in, I want to point out that there's a service door on the side. So when you have maybe garbage cans and things of that nature, you need to take them out. You can use that door if you have a lawnmower to get out or what have you. All right, let's head back inside. This house gives such good vibes.
It does. I think we need to go halvesies.
Halvesies? Are you able to do that?
Hey, don't tell people my business.
All right. So, folks, we mentioned we're going to show you the secondary bedroom down, and it is right here. And let's go inside. And you can see that you have a nice closet here to the left, a walk-in closet, built-in cabinetry, plenty of hanging space. So for a secondary bedroom, I think this is quite large. You have a king-size bed down here. Folks, a lot of homes we go into, this is the size of the primary bedroom. All right. You have a beautiful bathroom, and this is a first on the channel. Morgan, follow me inside. I'll let you go ahead of me. But folks, there's a soaking tub in the secondary bedroom. Beautifully done shower. You have a fluted tile here along the walls, and I've never seen this type of tile before. It's beautifully done. You have the shower bottle niche right there. Rain head at the top. Glass surrounds. I love the choice of the hardware they chose here. But Morgan, look at this. Look at this wall here. Large window. This is just a statement piece for a secondary bedroom and bath.
Absolutely. You don't see builders putting this much attention to detail in the secondary bedrooms or bathrooms.
No, those are typically always like an afterthought. They don't go all out, but they went all out here. Love the choice of the quartz here, the mirror. And once again, this fluted-like tile surround goes around pretty much the whole back wall here of the bathroom. And then here behind this door is your water closet. All right, so follow me this way, Morgan. And I do want to point out that there's also a powder room here on the first floor. So this is one of the half baths, if you will, and this is great for your guests. All right, let's go back this way. And we are going to go tour the primary bedroom, which is exceptional, but it's not going to be me. It's going to be Morgan taking the reins for this one.
Okay, so follow me. We're going to hit the primary bedroom now. And what I love about this primary bedroom, it's nice and tucked away, so it gives you a lot of privacy, but it also has a nice long hallway that leads you into your bedroom. So follow me into the bedroom. And again, there's no carpet throughout this entire home. So now we're in the bedroom. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's super spacious. What points out to me as soon as we enter is obviously these large picture windows that look out into the backyard, and you actually have a door here that gives you direct access to your backyard. So I love that touch. I think that's a great feature to have. But also, let's just check out all of the details in here. So you have this fireplace on this wall. It's beautiful. You have tile that goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's like a marble and gold marbling. It's really beautiful. And then you have sconce lighting above the bed. And this is a king-size bed. So again, this is very spacious. You could fit a chase here. They did just a regular chair here, but you could totally fit a chase if you wanted to. You have two dressers on both sides of the bed. So again, very spacious, and it's kind of like it's a different angle. Normally you see something that's just square or rectangle, but this has got some funky angles to it,
yeah,
which I really like.
It really makes the whole bedroom pop. It's different. I'll point out a couple other things. You have a tray ceiling.
Tray ceiling, yes.
You have that cool kind of black lacquer-like ceiling fan.
Yes, that we saw in the office.
And then also we mentioned earlier the windowsills. The design of the windowsills and the tall baseboards is a nice touch.
Yep, they did the black contrast. And I love that you also have two windows on this wall, so you get light from pretty much every wall.
Absolutely.
Coming from each direction, which is really nice to have.
Very cool. I love
the baseboards, and I love that they put the outlets on the baseboards, and those are sideways too.
Yeah, and I noticed those throughout the home. So folks, there is ample electrical outlets throughout this entire home. Absolutely.
Okay, so primary bedroom. Now we're going to take you into the primary bath. This is exceptional, guys. You guys are going to love this. I'm obsessed. Okay, so you come in and you are just taken away by all the marble, the tiling from the floor to the wall, even the ceiling. It's the flat walls. It's absolutely gorgeous. You have the same marbling that we saw on the fireplace. So very similar. Black contrast cabinetry, again with the soft close. the LED mirrors, and these are nice and long too. So I
They are.
love that. Instead of them, you know, they didn't do the rectangles where it goes from, you know, side to side.
They did a portrait style.
Yeah, they go linear, and I just love that. I love these pendant lights. I've never seen those before, so those are pretty fun.
They're like little disco balls.
Little disco balls. We've got some crystal. We've got some gold. This is totally
Your vibe.
my vibe. Yes.
What about the light fixture here?
Light fixture is also very cool. This house is just awesome.
Yeah.
The modernness to it is exceptional. But my favorite feature of this bathroom has to be the soaking tub and the shower. So if you guys don't know by now, I really love black. So anytime I see a black soaking tub or a black walk-in shower, I get super excited about it. But this is an awesome soaking tub.
And the shape of it, it's
The
very
shape of it
unique.
is very unique. You've got some curvature to it. You've got a handheld here, and then of course the water will spout out from there.
Let me say something real quick. You have those two large windows there, so this home once again allows a lot of natural light to flood in. But Morgan, I think you did mention this, but folks, look at the tile. It's a porcelain tile surround that goes from floor to ceiling, and it literally wraps around where your dual basins are. This is unbelievable.
And let's just talk about how spacious this is. I mean, normally we're used to these narrow bathrooms.
We
and
are.
I just really admire the fact that there's tons of space in between, so you don't feel like you're on top of each other. You know, like this
Right.
is just awesome. The only thing I think they miss is not having a vanity. But other than that, I think it's a home run. Here we have our beautiful walk-in shower. We've got two glass
Walls.
walls here. I wanted to say doors, but they're walls. Again, very spacious. Dual shower heads, dual rain heads, dual handhelds.
And look at the length of the bench in there where the towels are sitting.
Exactly. They really thought this out so smoothly. You have this bench here. You have track lighting right here.
I was about to say, have a sit down.
No mind if I do.
But that's another cool touch because once again, your wall there goes floor to ceiling.
Floor to ceiling, and I love the contrast with this black marble against this. I don't know if it's porcelain.
I'm pretty sure it's porcelain.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. But I just love the color choices. I think they're neutral, but I think they also have a sexy element to it. I think they have a modern touch to it. Very nicely done.
It's fabulous. It really is.
Yes, I really don't think they miss.
Right.
So here you would have your towel rack here, and behind this door you would have your linen closet.
Good Lord. I
Yes,
mean,
and it's long. It's
I
deep
know.
and it's long too. So plenty of storage to fit your towels, any extra soaps, etc. that you have. This is a great storage space for you.
that's one of the largest linen closets I think I've seen.
Absolutely. To the left here you have your water closet. Nice, just basic white commode, but I think that is the toilet seat where it comes up automatically.
I wouldn't even call it basic.
Yeah, it's not basic.
Kind of a sexy toilet.
There's nothing basic about this house. Okay, so now we are in the primary closet. This closet is nice. I think Melanie might, I don't know, this one might be for Melanie.
You took the words out of my mouth. I mean, obviously, folks, normally you see a kind of his and her closets, or you see one big closet, but the way they separated this, it's really nice.
Really nice. So come on in here. Starting with this side, you have beautiful built-in shelves, built-in drawers. It goes floor to ceiling as well, so really nicely done. And then on this side of the wall, you've got these nice racks here.
A lot of hanging space.
A lot of hanging space. We have a great window here that faces out into the front of the home, so you get some nice natural light seeping into your closet. And I think this size just, I mean, obviously if this was a couple, you know, this would ideally be somebody's portion of the closet, maybe yours.
Yeah, exactly.
And then as we make our way further into the closet, you see how expansive it truly is. We've got a beautiful hanging chandelier here that is crystals. I love that. Again, we see the same marble that we saw in the primary bathroom. Again, the
built-in
shelves that go floor to ceiling, literally 360. And then here,
it's kind of like that fluted wood again.
Yes, it is the fluted wood, and here you could put a TV here.
Absolutely.
So if you guys do watch a lot of TV, or maybe you just want your music on it, that's a great place to put that there. And then we have these beautiful windows here. Beautiful picture windows, so again, a lot of natural light, but what I don't want to miss, if you pan up, you have the shelving that, like I said, it goes floor to ceiling, but even up here.
Right, what's amazing? I didn't even catch that until you pointed it out. So there's
tons.
Cabinet, well, not a cabinet, but it's like a cubby spaces up above.
So maybe you hang your bags, your shoes there. It's nothing to just have a ladder.
And the other thing we have to point out, and you can probably see it, but the shelving on the top have LED lights underneath.
Oh, yes.
So
it's very subtle, but
it's very subtle. Yes. And folks, it's daytime, so it doesn't pop as much as it would later on in the evening.
Yes.
But
just use your imagination.
Yeah.
This is
that's really nice.
Definitely a show-stopping closet for me. I think it's plenty of space, and again, you have this island here that even offers more drawers space.
Yeah, you actually have on each side, that side has 12 drawers, and this side probably the same. It does. So you have 24 drawers plus all the drawers that are built in wrapping around underneath the shelving. I think it's an exceptional closet.
Absolutely. And just the flow of it, I think, is really nice too.
Right.
It still feels it doesn't feel cluttered, it doesn't feel crowded.
Feels open and spacious.
Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, that is the primary bedroom. Let us know what you guys think about it. Give us some comments.
And definitely, folks, keep hitting up Inside Houston Real Estate on YouTube for more home tours like this.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe, all of the things. We want to keep bringing you guys more videos every week.
All right, so now, Morgan, I think what we're going to do is head up those beautiful floating stairs and show the second floor of this home. Okay, so now we're going to head up. Folks, what do you think of these floating stairs? Leave us a comment. I mean, I love them. I love the choice of wood color here on the stairs. I love the railing, the glass. This is just beautifully done. I like the fact how it wraps around on an angle as well. And then you have a couple of spaces up here. If you're an interior designer, you could have a field day with this house. So this whole area here, Morgan, to my left at the top of the stairs, I don't know what you do with it, but maybe it's some type of plants, who knows? Also, what we forgot to mention, you have so much wall space along with the windows. This is great. If you're an art lover, if you have collectibles, plenty of wall space to hang things. And here's another area, a landing up here that you can decorate as well. And right behind me, you have a host of windows. 4 there, 3 on this side. And Morgan, as you look over the railing here into the foyer, the entry of the home, you can once again see that beautiful light fixture hanging down, and this is a different perspective of the way it looks. You have 3 more windows at the top. Beautifully done. Now we are on the landing, which is really a bridge that takes us to the other side of the home. Morgan, this area right here, the openness and being able to look down not only into your living area, your kitchen, if you're entertaining, you can see everything, but not just inside the home, but look at the expansive backyard from here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, now let's move here to the left. And this is your secondary bedroom, number 2, because we saw the first one downstairs. Also wood flooring up here, beautiful ceiling fan, large windows, a nice sized walk-in closet. And folks, what you're going to see in all of these secondary bedrooms is they're all oversized. And this is not typical for a home. Morgan, I'll let you step into the bathroom. I love the choice of the countertop, the darker hardware they chose. Once again, a full tile surround going all the way up. You have the window, you have the shower niche, just really nicely done. All right, so let's make our way across the bridge or down the bridge and keep a look how they left this so open with the glass here instead of a wall. This is just a real thoughtful design. All right, now stepping down here, you have on the left, this is going to be another secondary bedroom. More, I'll let you pop into the bathroom there. Different tile than you saw in the last one, which is nice. And then, which again, you can see this is a large bedroom. You can easily put a king-size bed in here. Plenty of window space. A little bit smaller closet, but ample for a secondary bedroom. They've also put all of your outlets for your TVs high on the wall so you can mount TVs with no problem. And Morgan, before we go down to the game room, look at this media room. This is insane.
This is amazing.
So you folks, you have a double door entry leading in. You need a little WD-40 for that. Okay. But just for a movie room, you always want it to be dark. So I like the fact that you have these linear sconce lighting, really cool lighting here. You have the down lighting here, which obviously you're not going to have on if you're here watching a show or a movie, with the black painted walls, the black ceiling. You have another J-box up here, so you want to put a chandelier there, you could. You have your outlets here, so if you're going to do a projection TV, you can have it here facing the wall, the back wall there. And I could imagine if I had this space, I'd probably build up a little deck here so you can have a row of chairs a little bit higher than the front. Really nice media room. All right, let's work our way down the hall. And folks, take a look at this. This is your multi-purpose room. So either it's a game room, it's a huge fitness studio, hangout area, maybe you put a bar up here, you have that cool ceiling fan, you have a tray ceiling, you have another window over here, and more I will point out as well. You have a closet here, you can see both that's where the wiring comes in. And then off of this game room area, you have your last secondary bedroom. So this is technically secondary bedroom number 4. Once again, very nice size closet, plenty of hanging space in there. And then here's your bathroom. This is the largest bathroom outside of the secondary bedroom on the first floor. This is a really cool bathroom. So you have 2 sinks. I like the circular mirrors. I like this linear vanity lighting above. And then Morgan, look at this little tucked away area right here. So this is a great place if you wanted to put like a small bench here, you could do that. And then take a look at this beautiful tile. It's kind of fluted, but I don't know if it's a porcelain, I don't know what this is. It might be ceramic, nice rain head, but this tiling goes all the way up to the ceiling from the top of the tub. You also have a handheld right here.
Very nice, and they're all different.
They're all different. And all of these bedrooms have an ensuite full bath, so that's a nice touch as well. All right, let's go back out. And we're back into this big game room area. And I mentioned earlier that you have 2 half baths. So this is half bath number 2. So if you're entertaining up here, you have guests, they do not have to go into any of the bedrooms to use the bathroom here. Now, another nice feature off of the game room is you have a balcony. Oh, just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now, Morgan, you step out here, there's a fireplace to the left, really with a stone, and I'm sure these stones light different colors. Really nice stone back wall here. You have another outlet and cable here so you can mount a TV. Once again, you have that beautiful ceiling here. You have these nice sconce lights, and to keep the theme of the ceiling glass going, look at the ceiling glass railing that goes around here overlooking the backyard of Morgan. This is beautifully done. I think I want this house.
Yeah, I think we might have to put an offer in it ourselves.
This is really nice. If I could get Melanie to move out of the city, I can't even believe I'm saying this. I'm kind of like a city dweller, folks, but this is the type of house and neighborhood I would might move out of the city for. It's that nice of a home. All right, so let's continue back down the hallway and we can kind of get another view of what it looks like coming from the secondary bedrooms, the media room, back towards the front of the house, the great room below, the foyer to the right. This is just an exceptional house. Folks, leave us a message in the comments. What do you think? What is your favorite feature about this house? Is there anything that you would add to this house? I'd love to hear from you. That wraps up the latest episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. We'd love to give a huge thank you once again to Brianna Holshearer of Stepstone Realty for allowing this tour to take place. Folks, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and the bell so you get notified when we release new videos each and every week. If you'd like to see this home in person, in private, we can arrange that showing for you. Hit us up. Our contact information is in the description below. Folks, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.